Hi, this is Tim, licensed loan officer. And today on this video, we're going to talk about how to buy a home in 3 months. And I get it. Maybe your lease is coming up. Maybe you're moving to start that new job, or your current living situation is not the best. And it's very important that you map this out and plan. And I'm going to show you the exact steps to take to buy a home in 3 months that's going to be easy, stress-free, and simple. Now, just so you know, this channel is all about first-time home buyers. It's all about building equity and wealth through home ownership. It's about having excellent credit, budgeting, and financing. So if you're into those kind of topics, consider subscribing to this channel. Okay, let's get into it. So we're talking about buying a home in 3 months. Now, the first thing that you want to do, this is the very first thing, is you want to determine your readiness to buy a home.
Yes.
And how do you do that?
How?
The first thing you want to do is check your credit. You want to see where your credit is. Now, ideally, you want a credit of 620 or higher. I recommend, if you're a first-time home buyer, having a credit of at least 640, because in most cases, 640 allows you to get a down payment assistant. Now, you will see some things online advertising to buy a home with lower credit, but most lenders want to see a strong payment history and credit at least over a 600. The next thing is your income. You want to see if you can afford the payment. And then you want to look at your assets. Do you have some money in your checking and savings for a down payment? Do you have money in a 401k or retirement? Can you get a gift for your down payment? So you want to make sure you have some assets, because buying a home does require you to have some money for your down payment and closing costs. Now, you can get a down payment assistance to help out, but generally speaking, you're going to need a little bit of money. And then number 4 is a property. So you're going to have to find a property. And that property, if you're doing financing, it's going to have to meet certain standards. It's going to have to be a safe home. It's going to have to be move-in ready, not like a fixer-upper. You want to make sure you have a good property where you can get financing for. And also, here is the game plan.
Yes.
So I broke this down for you, the game plan for 3 months. Now, getting pre-approved will be the first step. Now, normally to get pre-approved, it will take you about 3 days. And getting pre-approved is just applying with a lender. Now, I recommend you get pre-approved with 2 lenders at least, right around the same time frame. Don't wait more than 30 days, because you are allowed to have your credit pulled, within 30 days. And it does not affect your credit twice, just one inquiry. So you see 2 lenders, but it only hits your credit once. And the reason I want you to have 2 lenders get you pre-approved, because one lender might get you approved for a little higher, or one lender might have a better program or better interest rate. And that normally takes 3 days. Some lenders, you can do it over the phone, where you give them your information. Some have an app, some you do it online. So make sure you apply. And then after you apply, you upload your documents. That usually is your pay stubs, your W-2s, and your bank statement, a copy of your driver's license. And then the lender could take 2 to 3 days to get you pre-approved. And this is where you're going to spend the bulk of your time, and that is home shopping. And I want you to spend a lot of time home shopping, because right now in this current market, it is taking longer times to find a home because we have an inventory shortage. So you're going to budget about 52 days to find a home. And as you see here with the pie chart here, that this is like the bulk of the time right here. 58% of your time is going to be home shopping. Make sure you get a realtor, because a realtor is going to send you homes, help you with your home search. Make sure you have a want and needs list, because that's going to help you as you look at different properties. You can refer back to your want and needs list and see, does it accomplish your goals? And just be patient, because like I said, it's taking a little bit longer than normal. So if you are planning to buy a home and your lease is coming up in 6 months, I would recommend starting the process maybe 5 months or 4 months because, like I said, it may take a little bit longer, okay? And then to finance your home, I'm going to say 35 days, and that's 39% right here in the gray. So after you find the home, you're going to put in an offer. Your offer is going to get accepted, and then you're going to have a purchase contract. We call that a signed PA. You're going to sign it. The seller's going to sign it, and that's a legal binding contract that you're agreeing to buy their home at a certain date. So after you get your purchase contract, you're going to go back to one of the lenders that got you pre-approved. You're going to submit some updated documents and a few other things, and that normally takes about 30 days to close or less. Now, it has been taking a lot less just because lenders are not very busy right now. But I put 35 days in it just in case they do an appraisal, and sometimes the appraisal may need repair or the title company runs behind. There's a lot of moving parts in buying a home. So you want to give yourself a cushion, a few extra days. So I put 35 days in. So down here, as you see, to get pre-approved is only 3% of your time. 58% of your time is going to be home shopping, and then 39% of your time is going to be finishing up your financing for your home. Now, we're going to go in detail here on getting pre-approved. Now, before you get pre-approved, I want you to create a budget, because a budget is going to show you your lifestyle. A lender uses your gross income. And we all know with your gross income, taxes come out of that, maybe health care, maybe your 401k. So they're going to qualify based on gross. And you know your lifestyle. Some people travel a lot. Some people like to eat out a lot. So you know your lifestyle. So it's best to write down some of your fixed expenses and some of your variable expenses, and then put in there how much you can afford for a mortgage, because you don't want a lender just to dictate, what kind of payment. Now they can make recommendations, but you want to have a ballpark of what kind of payment you afford, what kind of payment you like within your budget. And like I said, research 2 lenders. This is very important. You want to see if that lender is a good fit for you. Some local lenders have really good products that fit the local market. Some lenders are really good with realtors and have good relationships. So they're different lenders. Some have a great online process if you don't want to talk to anybody. Some have great over the phone if you want to do everything over the phone or fax. So it's good to research a couple lenders. I always recommend getting a second opinion. Now, some people just go with one lender, and one lender, has different guidelines and tells them no, but they are qualified with this lender, okay? And then make sure you discuss the different programs with the lender. And then after that, I want you to go ahead and apply and get pre-approved and have your documents ready. Like I said, you want to have at least your last 30 days of pay stubs, your last 2 years of W-2s, maybe your last 2 years of tax returns, a copy of your ID. Have all that ready, because a lot of lenders are going to require that to get you pre-approved. Now, home shopping. This is very important. Now, you don't want to be out here, looking at homes that you're not interested in or that they don't meet your goals. And one way to quickly determine this is make a wants versus needs. There's certain things that you need. You may need 3 bedrooms. You may need a backyard. You may need a garage for your tools or your truck. And you may just want 5 bedrooms. You may want to live in this area. So it's very important to determine wants versus needs, because you're out looking at homes. How do you know this is going to be a good fit? Also, consider the location. How far is this from work, your friends and family? Does it have a local gym and things like that? So make a list of areas you want to live in. Now, this is important too, because you want to be able to give that realtor who's going to help you find a home the areas, some of your wants and needs, and that's going to help them. And then that leads into the next one, is make sure you find a good realtor. Now, not all realtors are the same. Some realtors are part-time realtors, to where they only do 1 or a few homes every year, and some realtors are full time. That's a good question to ask. Some realtors are better at negotiating. So some realtors will say, hey, you need to offer this amount. And if you offer that amount, I've seen realtors that are really good at finding people homes very fast, and I've seen realtors that aren't so good where it takes people forever to find homes. Now, some realtors will require you to sign. So you can sign like a contract, meaning that you're going to work with them, but you can easily cancel that. You just send them an email and tell them that someone else is going to represent you. And give that realtor your wants and needs, your areas, your goals. So the more information you provide a realtor, the better they can work with you and the faster and more successful your home search will be. Okay. So financing the mortgage. Now this is after you find the home, you did your home shopping, your offer is accepted, you have a signed purchase contract. Now you want to make sure you order a inspection. Now some people are waiving the inspections and sellers like that, but I think that's a huge mistake, and I'll tell you why. The inspection is going to tell you about the foundation, about the roof, the furnace, the windows, the electrical. You don't want to buy a home that you're forever pouring money into it. Also, the inspection can save you money. So if the inspector tells you it's missing handrails or has exposed wires or something that's not safe, you will end up paying for or potentially paying for an appraisal. So a lender will order an appraisal, and that's basically to determine the value, the market value of the home, to make sure that the home is worth what you're borrowing. And remember, the appraiser will note things that are not safe, because that lender does not want to give you a home that's not safe, because that's a liability. So if you look at your inspection report, or the inspector tells you something that might be a red flag, talk to your realtor and do not order that appraisal yet until that's been squared away. Most of the time, sellers are willing to fix certain things or make repairs in order for you to buy your home, or offer you some seller's concessions and things like that. So they'll work with you. And then make sure you give that lender that purchase contract, okay? Yeah. That purchase contract is let the lender know when your closing date is, the loan program, some information like that. Because whatever you told the sellers, like if you told the sellers you're doing a conventional loan, technically you're supposed to get a conventional loan with a lender. And that lender is going to make sure you close on time. And make sure you have all the documents that a lender requests as soon as possible. So if a lender is asking for pay stubs or something, give it to them, because your loan cannot move forward or get to underwriting if they don't have all the documents. They can't make a decision to get your loan approved. And then you want to make sure while your loan is in process to check your email for updates, because a lot of times the loan processor will email you if they need certain things to finish processing your loan. And sometimes in the mortgage process, no news is good news, because lenders are going to take some time to review everything, order title. You can always contact your loan officer if you want to update, or a good loan officer will reach out to you and give you an update. Here are some best practices for buying a home. Start early, at least 6 months. So if you can start early, that's really good, because that really takes the stress and the deadline off your back. Because if you only have 3 months, it can be very stressful, and you can end up buying a home that you don't like, and that can lead to buyer's remorse. And then also, you can always check with your lease and communicate with them. Let them know that you're looking to buy a home. You may be leaving a little bit early. You're going to let them know maybe 30 days in advance. And a lot of landlords will work with you. A lot of property management will work with you if you tell you're going to buy a home. Make sure you're ready to buy. A lot of people, go on Zillow or Realtor, and they're out here looking at homes, and they don't even know if they're ready to buy. They haven't checked their credit. Hasn't researched the home buying process. So make sure you're ready to buy, because if you're not ready to buy, where you don't have your credit there, you don't have money, or your income's a little low, then you're just kind of wasting your time, and we don't want you wasting your time. And it's very important to check your credit. Credit is a huge factor in buying a home. Lenders want to see a strong payment history. They want to see, very few collections or judgments. They want to see a solid credit score, at least 620. So make sure your credit is there. They want to see some accounts there, maybe 2 or 3. We call them trade lines or accounts. And then have a plan. A lot of people don't have a plan when it comes to buying a home. Like, what is your plan? What lender you're going to use, what realtor you're going to use, what area. So map this out. The more you do that, the less stressful the home buying process will be. And then allow yourself some extra time. Things pop up in the home buying process. Sometimes the sellers take forever to make a repair. Sometimes the title company. So just things can be delayed for multiple reasons. So allow yourself some extra time. And then I always recommend take a home buyer course, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. I have a course you can take. It's free. You don't have to pay. Education is power. And then shop around, okay? Because not all lenders are the same. Some lenders have down payment assistance. Some lenders just have a better process, better mobile app, lower closing costs, better interest rate. So shop around. Don't limit yourself to just one lender. Great. I hope this helped. Hope I gave you a lot of information to buy a home in 3 months. Again, if you have some additional questions, leave me a comment below. I will answer it for you and love to help you. My job is to support you and make sure you can buy a home fast, easy, and simple. Also, if you like this video and got some information and value from it, consider giving me a thumb up or subscribing to this channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again on the next video. Thanks. Buddha.